king, Benz. I be hustling, I be grinding, I be hustling, I be grinding. Shit. Mas não, me vai uma por dia. The small clothes, them long guys. The small looking, the small so. Charlotte Street. Welcome to Charlotte Street. Which part? So? Ali small in there? Which small? Lucky Bakery. I wonder if I have bakery down so well. Nah. See barbecue badness. We outside earlier. Người ta vào bị khi đồng lên. See you against but you never pop none. Lucky bakery.
When you realize that one done?
So you ain't seen no landmark or whatever waiters?
You just see on Charlotte Street by Lucky Bakery upstairs.
Pub go there by chance, Lucky Bakery, you know where Lucky Bakery is? Over there? Oh shit. I thought. You think you're here? I'm glad you don't have to go up so. I'm glad you don't have to go further up so. If you have to go further up so that would have problems. You have to take all that crowd, nah? When you're outside, you got to take a little haircut. You got to take a little mark. You got to take a little shave up. You're going to try to look neat. You like? The barbecue badness. You see? Shit.
How about fried?
This one? This upstairs.
That's something else. Upstairs here?
When you see what I'm telling you,
All of them. That's that? What you only dog bring me? I never come upstairs here. 37 years and I never come upstairs here. Look what you dog bring me. Look what you dog bring me. I can get hurt. I will live inside here. You come upstairs. I see what you're doing. You doing them? Eh? Every look at Babar. Over here? Alright, thanks. We'll be back. Hey, bangers. Say fire. You still love your boy fire, right? Well, me and young TV outside this one, we come to get a little mark and a haircut. I'm afraid to mark it. I don't go by Babar and thing because I don't like how none of them else do my hair. Do my face, so I go watch and I go analyze the flick. I will watch and analyze the flick and see how the cutting is here and I will get it that right. Otherwise, me ain't going to mark my, me ain't going to get no mark. I afraid them. I afraid all of them. And I love my beard. Right, so, if you get anything, like, comment, share, subscribe. If you get anything.
Sticky starts his Manchester United career. for the Red Devils. And a fantastic finale if it turns out to be that way. His much maligned players have done him proud. Staggering, Stuart Ross.
Absolutely. Some people would say that where was the effort, where was the determination, where was the organisation for much of the season? Ten Hag will say they got two centre halves out and he wanted in the team all the time. And Martinez and Varane. But as a team they work so hard. Wan-Bissaka did brilliantly at times. Gallo, the left back. In midfield, Amrabat, I thought was really good. Mainu, probably the man of the match. And Rashford and Garnacho were a threat going forward. They got their tactics absolutely right today.
They are the two kids who delivered the goals and much, much more. Well, there was history for City last Sunday. It's near hysteria for United today, 6 days later. They've beaten the seriously serial winners that are Pep Guardiola's Manchester City, and deservedly so. Yes, Doku got a goal near the end, but De Bruyne and company. Pep Guardiola had a sixth sense about many things, but I think he had a sixth sense about this yesterday. If you look back at his press conference, it's Manchester United's triumph on a dramatic Wembley derby FA Cup final day by 2-1.
It is just the most extraordinary story. Manchester United win the FA Cup. No one gave them too much of a chance, but Eric Ten Hag got it absolutely right. Manchester City were not at their best. And boy, did United take advantage. And you think back to the road here. You think back to the Liverpool game. Late winner after extra time. You think back to commentary. Had you right, offside by a toenail. And we said, with a smile on our face beforehand, Clive Allen, that their name might be on the cup. And guess what? Their name is on the cup. Manchester United winners and deserved winners today as well.
Absolutely, it takes a performance. Yes, you have a little bit of good fortune along the way.
It's Manchester City, of course, all the hopes of Champions League, Premier League, FA Cup, and he take this competition for granted for them for a long way. And they've ended up with that Premier League trophy. Real Madrid and Manchester United have done for them in the other two. That almost goes down as a failure of the season for all that quality, doesn't it?
Well, they consider they did the extraordinary treble last season, that they come back really became just the Premier League, an incredible achievement. But just shows you also how difficult it is to come back the following season to replicate anything that you've achieved. I think I said that in the last week in the build-up to this FA Cup final, but you have to give Manchester United the credit for their performance today and the result they've achieved.
Well, emotion all around. Penny for the thoughts of Marcus Rashford as well. FA Cup winner today, Harry Maguire, will be a key part of England's Euro campaign. Rashford will not. Lovely to see Johnny Evans out there as well, enjoying a moment like this. A mixture of young and old, an excellent Manchester United display. And a sign, as the guys were saying in commentary, had he had a full complement of a squad all season, what Eric Ten Hag might have achieved, I think it would have been significantly better than 8th in the Premier League.
Yeah, as I said earlier, I think all managed.
So pleasing for those supporters that haven't had a great season. Fully deserved for the manager and the players.
Well, they've beaten the best. And the reward is all this jubilation here, the silverware. Remember the place in Europe.
Was on the team sheet, medals to be around for Edison. Losers medals for those who are serial winners. Quite much for
That's the determination we have always seen from this joint of Manchester United over the course of the season. But today, they were together, they played as a team, they worked their socks off. The manager, shows you really good performance.
In his days, there was an Eric who won the FA Cup. Manchester United as a player. Today, Eric the coach has undoubtedly masterminded this underdog success on the red half of Manchester.
This was a bit of fun when you're talking about Eric. That was unexpected. A second before half time. Even more so.
I
City
cross you.
on the attack this time. Manchester United. Always with purpose.
I'm not like boy this.
Precision. This is a terrific
I know it
second
is.
goal.
I'm not
Firstly,
sure.
Rashford with that long diagonal. Then Garnacho, watch the position that Bruno Fernandes takes up. Lovely reverse pass. Calling a new goal in the cup final for the new young star in his squad.
Although he actually starts the move, heading the ball out his own 18-yard box for Zmenu. As he
But don't think
follows
you're
up
looking.
in the play, in the build-up, but continues his run.
So yes. Alright, I don't mind being the now.
Fernandes takes up a position,
I don't want to be heading now.
awareness of cutting the
74% possession, but Manchester United with 26% possession won the cup. There'll be much talk about Bernardo Silva with 5, and actually the only Manchester United player in the top 5. Once again, he was just outstanding in an FA Cup final. So that is our story from Wembley. Another Manchester Derby FA Cup final. A different story this time. The talk beforehand for Manchester City being a double-double. In the end, it was trouble. A devil of a day for them at Wembley. Manchester United win the FA Cup. For all of us.
This week on In Depth, we're in Seattle, in Italy, with Howard Schultz, mastermind behind the modern-day Starbucks.
Grandma, I shouldn't drink coffee.
I do, yeah.
I mean, if he said no, I think it's stop the internet.
The former CEO shares how Bill Gates Sr. changed the course of the company's history
Bill Gates stands over him and said, I'm going to walk out of this office and you are going to stand down.
and speaks for the first time about facing union-busting accusations on Capitol Hill.
Never could I have anticipated that we would be the enemy of capitalism.
Schultz also reflects on a tough childhood and growing projects,
I was afraid of my father. I was a physical father.
and opens up about his tumultuous time as an NBA owner.
If you had to do that period over again, what if anything?
I went out of the team.
Plus,
Hey Howard, come this over here.
we hear from one of his old college buddies. All that and more right here on In Depth. Part of Howard Schultz's life growing up. He was a standout quarterback in high school and went to Northern Michigan with hopes of making the team. But a broken jaw and a hairline fracture in his neck ended his football career.
How does that impact you on kind of a day in, day out basis?
I think I learned to live with it, and I can't cycle anymore. Just the pain of that movement, leaning over, and so I had to give that up.
The Wildcats were quarterbacked by former NFL coach Steve Mariucci, while their buddy Tom Izzo played point guard on the basketball team.
So we actually had somebody who sent in a question for you.
Yeah. Tom Izzo, oh my God. Went through a rough period, we didn't have the right arena, we were losing money. Gary Payton was an extraordinary player, but I just didn't see the world the same way. And
If you had to do that period over again, what if anything?
I wouldn't have a different team.
You wouldn't have?
No. You have a lot of dreams in life, and sometimes you got to be careful what you dream for. It may not be the right thing. It wasn't the right thing for me, and it just didn't work out.
I'm told if you ever were to consider owning a team again, it would be only the baseball team.
Well, I think those days have passed, but I got to know Hal Steinbrenner last year, and he was kind enough to allow me to have some behind-the-scenes moments at Yankee Stadium, which I just wish my father would have been alive to see it.
I know you guys had a complicated relationship, but what did your dad teach you about work ethic?
My dad wasn't lazy, but he wasn't a hard worker. My dad was damaged. PTSD was not something anyone understood. My dad went to the war at 18, 19 years old. Who knows what he experienced in the South Pacific? Left high school at 15, uneducated. And he bounced around this entire life with one bad, blue-collar, bad job after him. He established himself always as the victim and never took responsibility.
And that made you bitter.
I think I was disappointed in him. I was afraid of my father. He was a physical father. There were moments where he just had a lot of rage. In later years, I think I had tremendous empathy and compassion for what he must have experienced. But the work ethic that I had, came from survival and realizing nobody was going to give me anything. You know, I grew up with a lot of shame and a lot of insecurity as a poor kid living in the projects, and followed me my whole life to try and overachieve.
1960, your mom takes you to the JFK speech in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
What do you remember from that?
I can hear his voice, I can hear it now. But most importantly, I can see my mother's face. And my mother had this unbelievable connection to John F. Kennedy. And I think her hopes and dreams for me was steeped in what John F. Kennedy was saying. November 22nd, 1963, he gets assassinated. My mother's hysterical, crying in her small apartment. And for the next 3 days, she sat on the couch and never slept. Black and white TV, smoking cigarette after cigarette. My mother was never the same after the assassination of John Kennedy. My mother had years and years of depression and all kinds of things. So in the end, I'm trying to my mother's depression, but she had an ongoing thing. So my self-esteem came from her. I don't understand Bernie Sanders. You're
YouTube/Graham Bensinger.
Before history is written, it's played. Before it's frozen in time, one shift at a time. Before it's etched in silver, will last forever. The Stanley Cup Final begins June 8th on the networks of ESPN. From start to finish. Superhuman flavors. ESPN.
You can be very pointed if you see somebody you know breaking a competitor's brother.
Well, that's true. If it's a good friend of mine, I just, don't bring that in my house. People have a lot of choices to make, but if you're friends of mine,
Every arrows, every match is a work of art. Is their canvas.
Fresh talent shows up. That's a script.
I don't want to know after.
Sunday Night Baseball, Cubs, Cardinals on ESPN2.
Top teams clash in the Eastern Conference Final for a shot at the Stanley Cup. The blue chip team to prove that no queen.
King bands. I be hustling, I be grinding, I be hustling, I be grinding.